Okay, so time for an update video on the Harley-Davidson Street Rod 750. Now it's been a few weeks since I've been out on any bike, let alone the Street Rod. I've been a bit under the weather, but my breast's back now and I've taken the advantage of not too bad a day to nip out on the Street Rod 750. Now I've got a couple of updates since I last did a video, and it's been more about reliability more than anything. Now I don't do too many miles, but it's certainly not a garage queen. One thing I do with my bikes is keep them nice and clean. Now I had a couple of issues which were actually due to a couple of things that I've added to the bike. First of all, I've done another video on the Fp3, but what actually happened was the Fp3 unit failed. So if you watched my previous video, you probably know what it is. It's effectively a fuel map and tuning system for the bike. Now what had happened, and apparently it's quite a, I wouldn't say popular thing, but quite a common thing, is that those with iPhones have a couple of issues on the Fp3s. Those on Android seem to be okay. Apparently there's a chip in the Fp3. There's a chip in the Fp3 that gets burnt out, and what it means is that those with an iPhone can't connect the Bluetooth part to iOS. Now the good thing is, I contacted Vance Hines in America and they asked me for proof of purchase. I sent it over, sent them a couple of emails on the issues that I was having, and that was that it worked on Android but didn't work on an Apple iPhone no matter what version of iOS. And they sent me a new Fp3 already paired to the bike, and now I've got back all my functionality. So that was great service from Vance Hines in America. Now talking to Vance Hines, as you know, I've got the competition exhaust, and I was riding over the 4th road bridge and this baffle here blew out. Now this screw, or this bolt should I say, when it gets hot it starts to come out with the vibration, and I didn't realise. So there I was riding at about 4,000 or 5,000 revs, and then boom, the thing, I thought something had exploded, but no, the baffle had come out of the exhaust. It started to run like crap because of course the map through the Fp3 was for the exhaust for the baffle. Now you'd think getting a replacement baffle for this bike would be quite easy, you know, you've already heard how good the service was with Vance Hines for the Fp3, but no, I couldn't get one anywhere. They didn't make them anymore, and this is a problem. This particular exhaust has been discontinued by Vance Hines. There is a sort of shorter competition series exhaust, but for the love of money I could not find one anywhere at all. I looked into manufacturing one, talked to an exhaust company. Vance Hines said sorry, we can't do anything. So in the end I looked for the exhaust on eBay and thought, right, you know what I'll do, I'll buy an exhaust, take the baffle out, sell it, because you know you can use it without it. It's just incredibly loud. My neighbours wouldn't appreciate that. They don't appreciate the noise of this already. But I couldn't find one on eBay, certainly not for the money that I wanted to pay. So in the end I found a Street 750 for sale about 10 miles up the road. Emailed him and said, listen, I know you've got that exhaust on there and you say it's loud, did you take the baffle off? And he got back to me and said, yeah, I did take the baffle off, and let me see if I can find it. I'll give you 50 quid for it. And I thought, brilliant, great, okay, let's get this. So he emails me back and says, sorry, I've actually sold the bike, but the great news is I kept the exhaust. Now do you want the exhaust? So I managed to get for 130 quid an exhaust which looked absolutely brand new, and also had the baffle in it. Ended up taking the baffle out, popping it in my exhaust, popping the other exhaust on eBay, and making £40. So there we go. So I got another baffle and 40 quid, so you cannot argue with that. So other than that, how has the bike been? Well, it's been fantastic. I gave the calipers a little bit of a service, checked the seals, re-greased everything. Again, it's only done 4,500 miles, but it's going stunning actually. I don't know why I say that like I'm surprised, but you know, you read a lot of the reviews on several bikes out there and they say there's issues. I've not had any issues with this at all. I suppose it depends if you look after things, but there we go. That's a quick update on the Street Road 750, the bike that I bought on a whim, and coming up to 9 months now. It's still here, and there's many reasons why, but take a look at that.